This is Oracle on the 5-minute time frame. Here are your price targets for Wednesday. We ended the day at $172.57, up a whopping 7%. Congratulations if you've made some money off of this ticker. This is where we ended. To the north side takes us to 3 standard deviations, and that is roughly 174.31. Above that, at another level of resistance and a potential take profit area, takes us to roughly 176.44. To the south side takes us back to the middle of the trend and one level of support, and that is roughly 167.87, and below that at another level of support, -2 standard deviations. That basically lines up with a gap to the downside that begins at roughly 163.64. Another support area, potential buy-in area, and a potential stop loss area, depending upon what side of the line you bought, 161.55 and roughly 159.37. This gap closes to the downside at roughly 161.19. Oops, let me switch that. If you haven't looked at your retirement account or your trading account, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Following the inauguration, the market ran like crazy. It was super exciting to see because we have been bleeding out, trying to claw back our gains, and again, it was very nice to see that explosion to the upside. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum going. For the next 4 years, that'd be fantastic. All right, this gap closed out on the 25th, I meant the 17th of 2025. Right here, it opened up on Friday, January the 10th, taking us all the way up to 163.03. And we've got some other gaps to deal with. This one will take us down. Let me just mark this out, oops, while I'm here. Down to roughly 153.95. Now, I have not looked at this ticker in a while. This gap closed to the downside on the 20th of December, taking us to 166.26, support, running up to resistance and then falling down. And what do we have here? This is a very, very gappy ticker. Now let's just right there. So we gapped down, so I will anticipate a gap to the upside when it fills. I will change that to green, and that will take us up to roughly 190.32. Now let me flip this to the daily so you can see the RSI is turning up. So we gapped up at this point here on the 10th of September, and when it fills, it will fill to the downside at 140.50. But right now, we are in an upward channel on the 5. Oops, wrong one. There we go. While I'm here, let me just mark this. I think I said 153.95. Close enough, right? And what is going on here? Oh, there's a gap that will take us down to 123.82. And I did a video here when the price was at 153.06. Let me just do one thing. I like to have this at 28 and keep it consistent. It was smaller. And then I did a video when it was at 140.38 and now we're at 172.57. If you were in this trade back then, that was right here. So that is an increase of roughly a 41% return. So congratulations if you played it all the way here, rode this out to the downside and then made our way back up, but that's a 41%. But if you bought down here at the beginning of this gap, that's a 59% return, and then this support level gives you a 72% return at that wick. And then obviously I did track this for my gap and go trades, and then I stopped because it completed the gaps that I was looking at. That is a gap that closed. I'm not sure what I did here with those price labels, but that touched. And let me switch the color. All right. The RSI on the daily, once again, is turning up, but not overextended. This is also turning up on the weekly. And on the monthly, we did crack and go down, but we're making another attempt to the upside. But don't think that it's not going to go down, because it will go down. What goes up must come down. As evidenced, looking left, all these areas of resistance there. Anything above 70 and above, you can expect price will eventually come down for another leg up possibly, or to go back down and then ride it back up again. Thus the process repeats itself. All right, fact of the day: Oracle stock increased by 1.1% on Tuesday after Trump announced a 75-day delay on the proposed TikTok ban, highlighting its role as a key service provider for the platform. I never once in a million years thought that TikTok would get banned. I mean, after they announced that it was going to be banned, I thought there is no way. Too many people are on this platform. They'll get a US buyer or something will get worked on and people will be able to use TikTok. I just do not believe it. And then everybody made these videos, these ridiculous videos crying about TikTok. It made me laugh. I didn't fall for it. All right. And, you know, I covered this when Microsoft was going to buy it in roughly, I think it was 2020 or 2021, and it did not go through, which I was shocked about. And had it gone through and had gotten support, we wouldn't be talking about banning TikTok, and it would have been owned by Microsoft. But that did not pan out. So hopefully maybe Microsoft will step up to the plate and get it for cheaper than what it wanted to buy it for originally. That would be pretty amazing. Okay, the bottom of the list here is, what is this one? Booking, yep, Booking Holdings, down 4.88%. I have tracked this in the past. Maybe I'll do another one. But right now, I'm going to quickly go to Sofi because I got stopped out of a trade today. But right now on the 5, the RSI is turning down. And where did we end up? 8.48% return today. All right, this is what happened. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just delete this and this. That's for my notes that I might sell out some other shares that I have. But I have to figure out my next game plan. All right, 1790 is where we ended. I'm going to turn this into purple. All right, I'll give you price targets on the 5 first. Oops. Even though I just did this on Sunday night, but because I took a trade, or maybe I did the video on Monday. All right, 1844, 1868 and 1895 to the south side. 1744, another level of support, 1720, and this takes us back to where we were before at 1693. That used to be the middle of the trend. On Monday night into Tuesday, I marked that out, and now we ran up post-election. And on Monday night, I think when I did this, obviously we didn't trade on Monday, but we did Tuesday. But from here, the 1650 to this high point, if you were able to get out, that's a 9.67% return. All right, not too shabby. And we've got a gap to the downside that opened up because we ran up and that created that gap. And when we fall back, that will take us to 1652, roughly. And then we have this gap at 1650 and some other gaps I've talked about in my gap and go trades for the weekend. Now, what I want to point out is I put in a sell order from the lot that I bought at $14.95. I bought this a while ago, and I had an opportunity to get out previously, and I didn't, and then we fell back down, and then we ran back up again today. So I forgot to check my order for the sell limit, and lo and behold, I was in bed and it happened, and I sold out at 17:30. Had I been tracking it, I wouldn't have done that. I've done this to myself many times, but I wanted to get out, so that's okay. You don't go broke taking profits. So I bought here, sold out at 17:30, and that is an 18.57% return. So I'm very happy with that. But had I held on and waited and wasn't sleeping, I could have gotten out at a 23.93% return. But again, I can't be mad at myself because I was mad at myself previously for not getting out when I could have, and then we cracked. But in general, when you play the long game, you do make more money than getting in, getting out. All right, so that's done. And then I have some other shares that I might get out at 18 something. I don't know, 1895, I think, will be the next target. I don't know. RSI is still going down, so I think we'll go to here and then possibly tickle this. But I am going to put an order in, just a 60-day order at 1450 and 1408, and then here. I'm not interested in buying it up here, I don't think. Yeah, not really. All right, and oh, one thing I wanted to say about Oracle. The other reason we ran today is that OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle, all the CEOs, the top dogs, joined President Trump to announce an investment of as much as $500 billion in artificial intelligence infrastructure in the U.S. And it says that Larry Ellison said the site could maintain electronic health records, enable physicians to communicate and collaborate via AI, and help researchers detect cancers using a blood test and design vaccines specifically created for individuals. We will see diseases cured at an unprecedented rate, he said. That would be incredible. That will shoot up these companies so quickly. Incredible. Yeah, my brother is a doctor and so is his wife, and I will be letting them know about this. So if they are interested in, buying on the dip, it would be incredible. I just have not ever in my lifetime seen a president do so many things so quickly and not at a snail's pace, at a government's pace. I mean, it is life-changing. All right, that is a look at Oracle and Sofi. If there is a ticker that you want me to go over, please let me know, and have a great trading day.